up and those big outdoor projects are calling. So, who are you going to call? Well, no. How about you call 3P Excavating and Plumbing of Smithfield? From French drains and septic systems to site prep for homes and buildings, plus driveway and utility line clearing, 3P's does it all. Get your property ready the right way. Call 3P Excavating and Plumbing today at 724-880-5215 or find them on Facebook.
The views and opinions presented by the host, guests, or callers on this program do not necessarily represent the positions of WMBS Radio.
Don't stop thinking about tomorrow. Don't stop, it'll soon be here. It'll be better than before. Yesterday's gone. Yesterday's gone.
He's sitting in for George Rattay. George is out chasing Justin Timberlake somewhere. I'm not sure.
Or maybe Justin's chasing him.
Yeah, it could be something like that. But it's my privilege to sit in for George today. And it'll be easy for me because I've got Rich Ringer to my right, a regular, and Doc Riley to my left.
Pleased to be here.
Yeah.
And
Lucky to be here.
yeah.
I mean, I don't know. You're going to start with the regular songs as Huck usually does, since Justin's probably out looking for him.
Yeah, that's all I got, so let's just do it.
Well,
Where are they at? Where could they be today?
I don't know. Maybe they're somewhere watching the NCAA finals or basketball.
They might be. We joke with them all the time. Maybe him and Justin are actually somewhere today.
Yeah.
actually, George is taking care of a sick
Dear friend, yeah. Yeah,
Under
anybody,
the weather.
yeah, anybody knows George, he takes care of his friends. And
He sure does.
And he's taking care of a good friend today. So.
Well, this is a good opportunity for me to get a lot off my chest.
Go right ahead.
Well, I'm going to start out. I want to talk about 8 years ago, we had 3,000 more Democrats in Fayette County than we did Republicans.
Yep.
And this 8 years, it has turned from 3,000 to the good, of course, to 11,000 more Republicans. And the question that everyone asks is, how did that happen so fast? Well, what happened about 8 or 9 or 10 years ago is a guy came along named Donald J. Trump. Okay?
Yep.
And he wasn't dumb. He was pretty smart because he recognized who he could go after. And if you look at the his base, okay,
Which remains very loyal to him right now.
very loyal. But his base, and someone can Google this if they don't agree. His base, now I'm just talking about the base, that 30% or 25% that just, loves him, are made up of undereducated
Low income.
and low-income people. And, of course, that's who they targeted.
Yep.
And they did a good job targeting because they fell for all the BS that he handed out, and along with Fox News.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know who's the biggest bunch of liars, Fox News or Trump himself. But
It'd be a contest.
yeah.
It'd be a heck of a contest. Yeah.
But to understand how that works with Fayette County, what you have to understand is what's going on or what we have here in Fayette County.
Yeah. It's not disparaging Fayette County residents.
No. But this is a fact. The median income in Fayette County, compared to the other 67 counties, we're 65th. So we're almost the lowest median income. So that fits right into the Trump base.
Yep.
And also
The education level.
the education level. I think we're in the bottom 20% in high school dropouts in the state. Google it. If you don't believe it, Google it. It's there.
And
So these people all fall into that
Trump base.
and it's not that in 8 years you had this many people just join the Republican Party that were never voters before, although there was some, but it came from the Democratic Party.
Okay.
People that left the Democrats and went to the Republicans, which I'll never understand, except if you look at you know,
Numbers don't lie.
If you look at the numbers, this is what happened.
Yeah, I mean, Doc, you probably know too. It's, the number of Republicans who are peeling away from Trump. His disapproval rating has really, really gone down. But among his base, it is still
It'll always
way high.
It's going to stay there.
Yeah.
But that core number won't count as much if we can get that tsunami moving and keep it alive for the fall. Correct? I mean,
Yeah.
there is a chance with that enthusiasm that we may get those votes back. And the problem, we can't assume there'll be a tsunami. That we'd like to see that coming, but more waves because the pain of the changes under Trump and the loss of jobs and all, and being cut off from medical coverage and so forth, they're occurring in little waves right up to and some don't occur until after November.
midterms. Yeah.
And so a weakness there. But I do feel bad about when we, all the books that came out and different theories of blaming how Trump got in that second term, and they pointed and shaking their fingers at the unions let us down.
Yeah.
And they look at the numbers and how many union voters did we have? Well, there was 5,000 from this area. Well, let's look back over past years, and there were 5 times that many, 25,000.
Right.
Well, what was the explanation? Well, you try calling up those 25,000, and you'll find out they're not here.
No.
They're not
The
here.
membership is down.
Decline, yeah.
And why was it amazing? Why is it? Because there's skeleton crew. There was 500 guys working 3 shifts there.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
So they're gone. We lost them. And so we can't blame the unions. They can't go and kidnap them and bring them back.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's going to be interesting. The No Kings rally coming up a week from Saturday.
Oh, yeah.
Just,
Yeah.
I mean, from the stories I've read and broadcasts that I've been hearing, it's going to be huge nationwide.
Well,
And
we have to do that.
Yeah,
Right.
We have to.
absolutely.
And if you can turn out there, listeners, please do.
Yeah. I think one thing the Republican Party is having a lot of trouble with is the enthusiasm factor going on with the Democrats right now.
Yeah. And I hear people, even some from our party, what are they down there for at Five Corners? Why are they doing? Well, gee,
Take a look at what the heck is going on.
yeah. Listen, as far as I'm concerned, we live in a dictatorship right now. Right now, you got a president that went to war.
Yep.
Of course, he said he was going to be the peacetime president. He's
Right.
never going to war.
Yeah.
He already went to Venezuela. Now we're in a mess.
Iran.
Yeah.
And he's got his eye on Cuba next.
Yeah. He's the peacetime president.
Yeah. He's going,
Yeah.
no more stupid wars is what he campaigned on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you Dems that went over to the Republican Party, how do you like him now?
Yeah.
How are you going to like him if they start the draft up again? And they're talking about that.
Yep.
They'll
What
have to.
Yeah. What are you
Because
going to?
they-
Yeah. What are you going to do when they draft your grandson or your kid?
Yeah.
You're not going to like it.
Well,
That's the peacetime president now.
yeah. Well, one thing that was interesting this past week, the rationales for going to war in Iran, and the reporter asked him was like, "Well, when are you going to stop the war? How do you know when to stop it?" He
Oh,
said, I know it because it's in my
It's
bones.
in my bones.
Yeah. What the bone spurs?
Yeah.
Oh, we got a call.
We have a call.
Yeah.
All right.
We do. Ready?
Let's take that call.
Good afternoon. You're on the air. Who are we speaking to?
The one and only Justin Timberlake.
Has he found you yet?
No, he hasn't found me. Did you play my song? That's all I want to know.
No, because I'm sitting in and I hate that song.
I'm gonna tell you what. Well, guys, I got you on, so I'm gonna, when I get done with this phone call. Any topics yet? But here's what I wanted to bring up. First of all, and I think Rich, you touched on it. We have a No Kings rally, and that is, of course, sponsored by the Fayette County Democratic Women here in Fayette County, led by Tracy Wilson.
Yeah, it's what,
this
2 weeks
Saturday-
from tomorrow, right?
Yeah, actually, they'll be down at Five Corners,
Yeah.
as they've been there, dedicated. They've been there over a year. So Saturday, which is 21st tomorrow, they'll be down there from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. And, of course, the big nationwide rally will be Saturday, March 28th, and we're going to kick it off up at the courthouse. There will be some speakers, and that'll start at 10 a.m. Then we'll walk down to Five Corners, and we expect a big, probably the largest, I don't want to call it protest,
Rally.
a demonstration, a rally here in Fayette County. I think the first big No Kings rally, we had a little over 400, so we're hoping to double that. The other thing, too, I was on the road quite a bit this week, so I know last week we brought up the price of gas. I know in January, price of gas was $3.10 here at the Sunoco station in Uniontown. I purchased gas, it was up $3.99. So
Yeah.
with price of gas went up 80 cents.
Yeah. Well, they said every $10 increase in a barrel of gas translates into a 10-cent increase in the gallon of gas.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. So the other big news, and Rich, you may said something earlier in the show, or Doc, or Joe, you see where the U.S. Mint is going to come out with a coin with Donald Trump on it.
yeah, he's going to be the first living president that's going to have his image on a coin.
I wonder how he swung that one. Gee.
Well, do you see what else he wants? The other change he wants in the White House? The columns on the north portico. He wants to change those columns on the north portico.
Well, I hope he builds that arch. So the first day a Democrat gets in there, we can rip it down.
Well, getting back to the coin, you can look this up. It has a photo of the President of the United States on it, approved by Donald Trump. It'll be out shortly. It'll be with the celebration of 250 years of our existence here in the country.
Yeah.
But you got to look on the back of the coin. What do you think's on the back of the coin?
Oh my! I don't know what is it.
Well,
Huck?
what I read, it was an eagle with. I forget what the Latin
No, I'll
saying.
tell you, it's an eagle with a jackass. That's exactly what it is. Just imagine that. Like you said, this man has no morals, has no problem. The people that with the U.S. Mint is the one he appointed them.
Right.
And so this is his ego in a way. And again, I'm going to talk as not as chairman of the Democratic Party. This is in almost 3 weeks since the so-called war started in
Iran.
in Iran. And here we are. I wonder if he's going to stay in the White House, because he sure didn't stay the first day, guys. And anybody listening to the show wants to chastise the Democratic Party, chastise me as a veteran. I'm appalled this man could go to war and yet go down to Mar-a-Lago and golf.
Well,
2 weekends in a row. He'll probably do it again. And I think he also had a fundraiser.
Yeah,
out
the night the war started, he had a fundraiser, and he would not cancel it because the money was going to him.
Now you think about that.
Yeah.
And that's, and that's some of the things, everybody's going to be here next Saturday in Uniontown.
Yeah.
And everybody should be appalled. I can't understand how a veteran could support him. And we support our military 110%.
Yeah.
It's not about the military. It's about this president's decisions. He's making us and putting us in harm's way.
Yeah.
And Rich and I know, and Joe and Doc, if you want to touch on something, I'm going to let you guys go, take some callers. Just the hearings today, or this week in Washington, D.C. It's unbelievable.
Yeah. Hey, Pam Body's the head of the Justice Department, the Attorney General, and she doesn't want to comply to a congressional subpoena.
Yeah.
I mean, what does that tell you?
It tells
I know
me
what it
we're
tells
in a
me.
dictatorship and there's nothing we can do about it. What are we going to do about it, Huckers? He defies the Supreme Court. He defies every court. He does what he wants. He started a war that, Doc, isn't that an illegal war? Doesn't he have to go through Congress to do that?
Yeah, well, Democratic presidents have bypassed as well, but yeah.
Yeah, but not at this scale.
Yeah.
I mean,
How about he made the comment with the Prime Minister of Japan?
Yesterday,
Anybody
yeah.
thought that was a joke? Think about that.
I didn't hear that one.
Yeah.
Or Rich probably could tell you what happened. He made a comment about
Yeah,
what
he-
happened in 1941.
Yeah, he was asked, a reporter asked why he didn't get other allies to go along with it before the war started. And he said he wanted it in secrecy so nobody would, disclose what the heck was going on. And he turns to the Prime Minister of Japan and said, like, why didn't you tell us that you were going to bomb Pearl Harbor?
Yeah.
It's like,
Like I said,
Out of touch.
nothing should shock us. And how about the individual who left? And I can't think of his name. Rich, you probably have it at your fingertips. And
Joe
then
Kent?
Trump belittled him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Joe Kent? Yeah.
Well, he was no prize package either, but
Yeah. But
he was correct here.
Yeah, but Trump ended up saying that he, give a comment why he left. He said, well, he was weak on security to begin with.
Oh.
So, like, if he was weak on security, why the heck did you appoint him to that position?
Well, he praised the heck out of him.
Yeah, I know.
When he hired him.
Like I said, guys, I'm gonna let you go. Doc, thanks for coming in. Rich and Bill,
George,
I appreciate it.
Stay on
Yeah.
a minute here.
Yeah, we got a call coming in, though, I think.
All right, no problem.
Well,
Let's see what we got.
TJ, is there a call?
Yep, hold on. I'll do it another way. Hi, you're on the air. Who we speaking to?
Fred,
Fred?
how you doing?
Good. What's up?
Hey, why do you think that Trump won the election in 24?
he got more votes.
He had more. He had more votes than
Kamala. Yeah.
That's the thing. Kamala Harris was a terrible candidate. I'm a Democrat. I would never vote for her. Never.
Is that right? Well, why are you listening to this show?
Do you think what?
Why are you listening to this show?
Why?
You must like
Because I would listen to it.
you must like what we have to say.
You
about
think Kamala was a
this.
good candidate?
Look, the
Fred-
situation. We're not going to rehash that situation. I don't think the country's going to vote for a woman.
Yeah.
In the next 10 or 15 years.
Especially
It's just
a
the
woman
way
of
it
color.
is.
A woman of color.
Especially a woman.
Woman of color, Fred.
I voted
Plain
for
and
her.
simple.
I voted for her 4 times. Oh, can I say that?
4 times.
Yeah, oh, gee.
You have their homes in different counties, huh?
I'll tell you what, the Democratic Party better wake up and don't let her run again, or they're going to get beat.
Well, I agree with you. I don't think she's going to run again.
No. It is.
She won't run again.
Yeah, it's way off.
I would never vote for her.
Yeah.
Well, Fred, let me ask you this. You voted for a guy. You happy, Fred, are you happy with who the current president is? You voted for him. Is that
No.
what you indicated?
No, I didn't vote for him. I had a right
You
to
didn't
vote.
vote for him.
Hey,
No, I
Fred.
didn't vote for him.
Fred,
Well,
did-
then you voted for him because you didn't vote for Kamala Harris. You voted for Donald Trump.
I had a right vote.
Yeah.
You know what a write-in vote is?
Yeah.
I want to ask you one thing, Fred. Did you vote for Hillary?
No.
Well, then, Fred, you're prejudiced.
Well, what do you have against women? You know.
It's not against women. It just, I don't think they're a good candidate. You understand what I'm saying?
Was Trump a better candidate than her?
No.
Uh,
No. That's why I didn't vote for him. I had a write-in vote. And you know who it was?
I
This
don't.
guy I think would make a great president. Joe Manchin.
From West Virginia.
Right. I think he would make a great
The
president.
Democratic Party went independent.
Right. Yeah.
All right.
I don't go by it. I don't go by that. You know, I vote Republican. I vote Democrat. I vote Independent. I don't vote a straight ticket. I never did. I never will.
Yeah, I mean, I vote for I vote for the person, not necessarily the party.
Exactly right.
But I think the Democrats have had better candidates and better people running than the Republicans have in the
Well,
last
just a
10, 12
couple
years.
of comments.
Yeah, that's my personal opinion.
Okay.
Well, we're going to maybe take another call. Do we have another call?
Okay. All right, bye.
Thanks for your call, bud.
All right.
Well-
You're not going to change some people's minds.
No,
That's all
no.
it is. And
You're not going to change Fred's mind.
well,
I'm like Joe said, why listen to the show? If I'm a Democrat and you have the gall to come on the show and tell you, and you're exactly right, Joe, and I've said this and I'll continue to say it, they weren't going to vote for a female and a minority in Fayette County.
That's just not going to
She could
happen.
have been Mother Teresa and they weren't going to vote for her, period.
yeah,
Well,
I don't know.
I need to keep my thoughts to myself about this.
Yeah.
But if you know me, you know what I'm thinking.
What I want to know too, and President Trump is complaining that the ally nations, our allies, aren't supporting him in getting the Strait of Hormuz straightened out. And he's bashing NATO countries.
Yeah.
He wants to get rid of NATO. My question is, he formed the Board of Peace, what, a couple of months ago? Where are those nations? I know where they are. They don't have navies
And he made himself the chairman forever,
for life.
for life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And everybody has to contribute $1 billion to become a member. So, I don't know.
How do you do that? Maybe I'll invent something
Well,
like that.
we did try to soften pointing blame at the last election on the unions on the basis that they lost membership, so they couldn't be around.
Right.
They were no longer around. But if you look at just take a round number that Trump, let's say 80 million votes for, and then Kamala, let's say 70, so short. There is another group that doesn't have a spokesman, including Fetterman, and there's 60 or 65 million people that didn't get out of their soft, warm recliners, just take
That's
off
right.
their fuzzy slippers and bother to go 2 blocks to vote. And those people are worthy of a grudge that you've got to do your share. And you say, well, we're forcing you to pick the lesser of two evils. Heaven's sakes, yes, help us out of this pickle.
Well, one of the things I wanted to talk about today, and I hear this so often when I talk to a Democrat that changed and became a Republican. I know you guys have heard
left
it.
Them,
I didn't leave the Democratic Party. The Democratic Party left me. Is that right? They really?
Yeah.
Did they leave you when you fell off a scaffold and got hurt or had to go on workers' comp and
Yeah. You get paid vacation.
and it saved you from losing your house and put food on your table? You know that. Now that was a bipartisan thing, and it started a long time ago. And there's a whole story about how it got started. But since you had it, they've tried to reduce the benefits. They've tried to do everything, and the Democrats fought it every step of the way. But what about unemployment comp? When you get laid off, who put food on your table? It wasn't the Republican Party. They were against that. That was a Democrat and a union thing. I mean, there's just so many things that the Democrat Party did for the working guy. And are you still there, Huck?
Yeah.
No.
No, he's not here.
We got
Well,
a couple
you
callers,
can-
though.
You guys can help me on this, though. I mean,
Safety.
Social Security.
Safety and jobs.
Yeah, job safety. There's just so many things. Medicare. How about
And the only way a single mom could hold down a job would be with some helpful care of the child.
Yes.
They couldn't make it back and forth
Right.
because the school was starting late today because it's 6 weeks of snow or whatever, and then there's an affair after school, so the bus is going somewhere else.
Yeah.
Really, those support the thing in the military. If this is not correct, the teacher, the grunt, the private saying, talking to the sergeant, what about the powder, or is this rifle? What about this kind, and how old is this kind? And the sergeant's going to say, KISS, K-I-S-S. Keep it simple, stupid.
That's right.
Our job here is to make sure I get you back to your loved ones. That's our job here. And then keeping, and the same thing for all the things that we have in place and have had in place since after World War II. Did it strengthen? It's the only test you need. Did it strengthen the power and strength of the American family or other families around the world too?
Yeah, absolutely.
And it got that that living wages creeped up, and they're not what they should be. We know that we lost ground, but that's the only. Keep it simple.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay,
Does it
so when you-
help or not help?
Well,
Is that safe enough?
we got a couple callers. Let's see what the heck they have to say.
Sorry.
Good afternoon. You're on the air. Who we speaking to?
How you doing? How you doing?
Who are we speaking to?
Oh, Pete.
I'm sorry?
Pete.
Pete.
Yeah, I was listening to your program. Wanted to call in. I'm 84 years old. I've been voting since I was in the 60s. Democratic Party is the only party that ever did anything for working people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Republican Party they've always been for big business. Franklin Roosevelt brought in Social Security. My granddad would have had to work until he died. Everybody worked until they died.
Right.
You know, before Franklin Roosevelt. The Republicans was totally against that. He brought in 8-hour, 40-hour work week.
There you go. Yeah.
Johnson brought in Medicare.
Overtime,
And-
mandatory payment,
That's
overtime
right.
payment.
That's right.
Right. And the Republican Party, I like for somebody to get on this program right now and tell me what program did they ever do for working people.
Name just one. Tell them, Pete. Right?
The big beautiful
Name one.
Right.
Make
Big
it
beautiful
easy.
building.
Make
tax
it easy
breaks the
for 'em.
billionaires.
Just name one.
Just one. Just name
Right.
one.
Anyone. We'll-
Right, and I'll tell you another thing. If you know history, every time we had a collapse like the Great Depression, it was Republican presidents that was in power.
Right.
It's always been that.
Yeah.
I mean, even under George Bush Jr. in 2008, who was in power, a Republican. We almost had another depression, you know. And I want to say something else is, I heard the president on there today trying to humiliate our allies, trying to disgrace them. You know, I don't understand when Republicans are going to wake up and know that the NATO is our strength. It's not our weakness.
Yeah.
NATO is our strength.
When was the only time
and-
Article 5 was implemented?
That's right.
Right, and they came to support us. Now, in this war with Iran, NATO can't get involved because NATO is a defensive. It's a defensive apparatus,
Not offensive.
and we did the attacking, and we're the ones that did the attacking.
Yeah.
Thank God you
So
have
they
NATO in Ukraine right now.
Yeah.
Helping
Right,
Ukraine.
right. And there he is. He sided with Russia this morning instead of Ukraine. And you know, when he ran this last time, he didn't say he was going to destroy our allies, try to destroy NATO. He didn't say any of that stuff. He didn't say he was going to back Putin and say how great he is and roll out the red carpet.
Yeah, it was supposed to
I
be
don't
America.
understand.
Supposed to be America first.
Pete,
Right.
he hasn't produced on any of the things that he ran on.
No.
Nothing.
No. And why ain't... I see right now, 7% of the people only support this war with Iran. Why ain't people out in the streets trying to demand something?
Well,
To
in
tell
2
this
weeks
guy
we
to
will
quit
be.
it.
Yeah. Come down to the No Kings rally.
Up to the No Kings rally.
Well, I'll be there. If good Lord willing, I'll be there.
Okay.
I just had an operation on my heart a little bit, so I got to watch what
Yeah,
I
don't get too
excited.
excited. Yeah.
Well, thanks for your
But when I
call,
hear-
Pete.
Okay, thank you.
Uh-huh.
Bye.
Got another one, TJ?
We do. Good afternoon. You're on the air. Who we speaking to?
Yeah, this is Jay. Good afternoon.
Hey, Jay.
Hey, Trump is going to Mar-a-Lago again this weekend in the middle of a war, just like he went last weekend.
And the week
This time-
before.
This time he's staying most of the day Monday down there, too. And, you know, people ought to know every time he puts that Air Force One in the air, every hour it's in the air is $142,000 of taxpayers' money. That's 1 hour. Now, it takes longer than an hour to go to Palm Beach.
Yep.
You know, if you do the research, it's out there. End of his first term, he spent $300 million of taxpayers' funds going to Palm Beach.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is right now, but according to several sources, they researched that it costs to take his travel party and his security detail and to take Air Force One, every trip he goes to Mar-a-Lago instead of Camp David, where he could go by helicopter, every trip he goes there, it cost us, not him, $3.4 million to $3.6 million every weekend.
Yeah, and he bills the Secret Service for rooms at Mar-a-Lago when he's done.
Correct. And what ends up happening is he does that. When he decides he's going to golf as part of his itinerary, we have to have more security detail out there on the golf course because golf courses are wide open. But yet we pay already for a Camp David where he could helicopter in at hardly any cost, and everything's already there. But because it's not a luxury resort and golf course, that's not good enough for him.
Yeah.
This guy's a farce. These people who say he's saving this money, this guy is a complete farce. It's a farce.
Did you hear the beginning of the show about
No, I
how he got his people, how he got his base,
His support.
and who they are?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think-
I mean, just we described what happens in Fayette County, where we are economically, where we are educationally, and a lot of this in Fayette County is, I mean, it's tailor made for Trump.
Yeah.
They went running to him.
Well, I'll leave you with this because I don't want to take up your time. I work at a food bank once a month.
God
And I
bless you.
volunteer my time. I don't do that for pats on the back. I go to an area where I'm from, and it's a impoverished area. And it's amazing how many people were there with a MAGA hat on or Make America Great hat
Yep.
on. And it's been like that for years.
Yep.
So I went up to a guy the last time, and I said, with a MAGA hat, and I said, sir, in all due respect, and I explained myself, I won't get into all of that, but I said, in all due respect, do you think Donald Trump really cares that you're standing down here in a food bank line? Because I said, he doesn't. He doesn't. And I said, neither does the Republican Party. When you have a guy that spends that much money going to his resort every weekend, and when you have a guy that cuts benefits of the poor, who has tried to cut benefits in the union negotiations through congressional matters, he doesn't care about the working man or the working woman.
Yeah.
Okay, he go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I'm surprised. He's lucky he doesn't have to go through a TSA line to jump on Air Force One.
Yeah.
Yeah, come 5 hours before your flight.
Yeah.
But I researched how much it costs the taxpayer every weekend. $3.6 million. Of course, this will be more this weekend because he's staying down there through most of Monday, according to the White House .gov information put out there. But you know, we got troops in harm's way.
Gasoline prices going through the roof.
Yeah. And the message he sends to everybody is, don't worry about it. I'm going to Mar-a-Lago, and I don't care. That's how I take it. I don't care what anybody else says.
Yeah.
But, you know, that's how I take it. As somebody who, I balance my budget at the house, and sometimes I got to make tough cuts and what have you. But this guy, to the American people, hey, don't worry about it.
Yeah.
I'll do what I want to do. But thank you for your time, and you all have a good weekend.
You too, Jay.
Thanks for
All
the
right,
call.
thanks. Mhm.
Is there another one, TJ?
There is. Good afternoon. You're on the air. Who we speaking to?
You're speaking to Sylvia.
Sylvia, how are you?
I'm fine. Good to hear Patrizio on the air.
Yeah. Got the big gun in here today.
I got recruited. TJ told me
You're
do
doing
not say any bad words.
Well, I'm going to try to do that also. But, you know, I can't help but let Fred know that when you vote for someone who has no chance of winning, you actually threw your vote to Donald Trump. But I want him to think about something for a minute. He said that Kamala Harris was not a good candidate.
Yeah.
Do you think Kamala would have come in with that stupid Doge and eliminated all these positions in the government to
Right.
save taxpayers' money? But then you're going to tear down the east wing of the White House
Yep.
with no approval. Do you think she would have started a war without congressional approval?
Well,
Do you think
Sylvia, he
he would
does
be
anything he wants.
Yeah.
Anything, because did you hear what he said? I can do whatever I want. Do you think
Exactly.
that would have happened with a Democrat in the White House?
Mm.
Now we're going to pay for stupid columns on the White House because he doesn't like the way it looks.
Yeah.
We're
Are they going to be
gonna have
gold?
even- yeah, we're going to have a gold coin. I can just imagine Kamala saying, please, mint a coin with my face on it.
Yeah.
How about making the ballroom even taller than the White House?
It's going to be a lot bigger than the entire White House.
Hey,
It's exactly right.
you wait till all these cuts happen after the midterms.
Yeah.
And
The
and then
hospitals
you
that are going to
have-
close and people are going to lose some benefits.
Absolutely.
You know what? They don't realize it.
Yeah,
They
and-
don't realize it.
And
We
Doc,
don't have it.
Doc, what happens in midterms if Democrats take over the House and Senate?
We don't have any money for programs to help children stay fed.
Yeah.
Okay, but we have our head of the Human Health and Services, Bobby Kennedy, is out making public service announcements ads. Did you guys see these things?
Yeah. Well, look at
How many times do I have to see this man with no shirt on in a pair of jeans, and now he's taking down a Twinkie in a studio wrestling match? This is where your tax dollars are going, folks.
well, look what Christy Nome did
Yeah,
with
What-
her
what?
commercial.
Yeah.
$200 million there. Her jets that she had to have,
Yeah.
What, you know,
and
what about, hey, Sylvia, what about the farmers? Look what he's done to the farmers. Now,
we're going to bail him out again because he's going to.
of course we're going to bail them out, and that's why they're going to
Uh-huh.
continue to vote Republican.
Yes.
You know, the beef farmers. Look what he did to Argentina.
Yeah.
He gave
Yeah.
Argentina $25 billion.
Yeah. And you listen to some of our local politicians in Harrisburg. They're all for the farmers. Farmers, they're great. What are they doing to try to help the farmers with fertilizer?
What
With
do you think is
gasoline?
going to
Yeah.
happen with this diesel
Yeah.
fuel? It's all coming down. That's all going to be passed down to the consumer.
Yeah.
When it's going to cost them more to run their equipment and cost them more to feed their, to fertilize their crops.
Well,
That's coming down
it's going to
fast.
be interesting to see all these people who don't have a pot to pee in. When the prices keep going up, and gas keeps going up, and they can't get their Medicaid anymore.
Oh,
I wonder
and
how
that's
they're going to fill in. I wonder. I just.
that Trump prescription drug plan,
Yeah.
that is an absolute joke.
Yeah.
That's a joke.
Or the SNAP benefits that they cut.
I just wonder how many
Absolutely.
farmers are going to not plant acreage this year because of the prices.
Yeah, you know, I've heard farmers. I'll sit around with a few of them, and they, you know, they complain about all these people getting welfare, and you know what? They're the biggest welfare recipients of all.
That's exactly right. It's
I mean,
corporate
but
welfare.
it doesn't. Yeah, well, they don't realize it, but you know, they'll turn around and they'll vote. They'll vote for.
Well,
They'd
you
vote
know,
for him again.
And let's talk about Trump's son-in-law, Jared Kushner. This man has no official position with this administration. He has not even been vetted to give all these clearances.
But who's going to
The
stop
man
him?
is-
Nobody.
Who's going to
the
stop
man
him?
is out there. Yeah, wasn't Trump asked him for a couple of the $1 billion that he's getting from the Saudi Arabia?
yeah.
And he's asking for
The
more.
crypto money. Yeah.
When
Oh,
Trump
yeah.
when Trump
But
went
he's
in,
asking for more right now, Rich.
Yeah, I
He's
know.
out there trying to
what was he worth?
recruit more.
What was Trump worth when he went into office? They
Oh,
say
I don't know, but I
about
know he's
$2
worth
billion,
billions now.
I don't
something
know.
like that. He's now worth $9 billion. How'd that
Yeah, Fred.
happen?
So this is why you call Kamala Harris a weak candidate, but you have a dictator in there now
Yeah.
who can do whatever he wants
You know what?
because
I'm sorry.
we have allowed him to.
Well, on a local thing here, we've got a state rep that every time this state rep is at an event, the first thing she talks about is the Constitution and how great the Constitution is. But
You're not following it.
she follows it maybe, but her mentor, Donald Trump, who she loves, as she went to the thing in Butler, he hasn't followed the Constitution since he's been in there.
Well, Trump said he doesn't need allies to help him out, and our representative said she doesn't need friends in Harrisburg.
Right.
Wait, here's the thing that, just like you guys asked, what does this Republican Party stand for? And what are they going to do to make your life better? And the answer I have is nothing. Nothing. I have no idea.
Yeah.
Other than if you have money and if you are a wealthy Republican, I can guarantee you that it will continue to protect you and make your life easier.
Yeah.
But as far as the common person, they're not going to.
Yeah.
That big, beautiful bill, what did it do except make the millionaires, their tax breaks stay in place forever?
Okay. TJ, we had another call, or
Yep.
no?
We only have 5 minutes, so we're going to have to go here.
That's okay, guys.
Okay.
I just
Thanks,
wanted to
Sylvia.
say you would- Yep, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay, we'll get this one quick. Good afternoon. You're on the air. Who we speaking to?
Hi, it's Mark. Hi. Hey, I was going to ask you, did you hear about the Donald Trump power plant that's going to be going in Western Pennsylvania? I listen to your show, but you never talk about anything new. And yeah, Democrat, yeah, it's a proposal that is going to eventually, if agreed on, and be built to build a new power plant, nuclear, for Western Pennsylvania.
We haven't heard about that.
Not nuclear. But
Yeah.
As far as I know, there's not a nuclear power plant that's
No.
going to be built in Western Pennsylvania.
no.
Well, you have to listen to Radio 77 from New York. Okay, another thing.
What do they know about
Yeah.
Western Pennsylvania? New York, 77. That's in New York City.
Yeah.
WABC, 77.
Now, Shapiro, he's bad too. He's real bad.
Nah, listen, I think we've heard enough from you,
Yeah,
Mark.
we're,
I hate to be like they used to do on, but we're going to
yeah,
shut
we
you
only
off.
got a couple more minutes.
We
got
don't want to hear how bad Shapiro is because we think he's good.
Okay,
One more call here.
we got to make it quick.
Good afternoon. You're on the air. Who we speaking to?
Yeah, this is Bill, and I'm going to make it quick. The barrel's at $99 a barrel. Since Pam Bondi testified, when the Dow was at 50,000 basis points, it's down to 45,000. The S&P is down about 500 points, which is huge, and the NASDAQ is down about 400 points. About 4,000 points. It's an absolute disgrace for anybody that has a 401k or an IRA. You guys have a good weekend.
Yeah, you too.
Thanks
Bill.
for your call, Bill.
I just got two quick comments. One, do you travel, Joe?
Nope.
You travel?
I don't travel.
Do you have a passport?
Yes, I do.
I do too.
Got
Okay.
that up to date.
Okay. I mean, because the Save America Act, you got to have a
First there's
passport.
a processing time period. You have to wait for it.
And $165 now for a
yes.
passport?
And to say that you're going to need that down the road to vote,
Yeah.
actually vote.
It's
let alone
basically a poll
register.
tax, which is illegal.
Okay.
Absolutely.
We'll try to squeeze in one more call
Yep, we
here.
got
We
about-
only have like 2.5 minutes.
Good afternoon. You're on the air. Who we speaking to?
Yeah, this is Ken, guys. Thank you. Hey, whatever you do, the Democratic Party has always been for the worker.
Yep.
The Republicans were always for the big guy. I did vote for one Republican in my lifetime, and it was Joe Hardy when he ran for county commissioner, and I think he did a good job. But anyway, let's get away from that. Lindsey Graham, I swear he's in the Epstein files. I don't think you'll ever get the full story on that.
Hey, Ken,
They, yes.
I got a theory. and I don't think it's far-fetched. I think Trump started this war because he wanted to shy away from the Epstein files. And I don't think I think he'd do anything to protect himself.
You better believe it. You better believe it. It was our bomb that bombed a school.
Yeah, yeah.
And yet just a couple days before, they interviewed him and said he didn't know anything about it. He said, well, there was that Iran actually had the bombs and it was theirs.
Yeah.
He thought it was theirs. They was investigating.
Yeah.
But then a couple days later, he says, oh, he didn't know anything about that.
Ken, we got to let you go. We're almost out of time here.
Yeah.
Okay, guys. Thank you. Keep up the
I
good
didn't
work.
want to get into all the stuff with Trump today. I wanted to get into more local stuff, but
It's always next week.
Yeah, but this was overwhelming. The
Yeah.
stuff that went on this week, and so we had to talk about it.
Yeah. I just want to give one last shout.
On something in the morning, something in the afternoon, after supper, and then after everybody else goes to bed, he starts tweeting or everything.
Yeah, I'd just like to give one more comment. Former Mayor Ed Fike passed away this week. I know people liked him, people didn't like him. So God bless Ed Fike. And I think we're about it, TJ.
That's it.
Okay, see you next week.
All right, we'll see you guys next week.
You have been listening to the Democratic Radio Hour, heard every Friday at 3:15, right here on 590 AM, 101.1 FM, WMBS.
And this is WMBS Uniontown at 4 o'clock.
This is CBS News on the Hour, your home for original reporting.
Jennifer Kuiper, multiple sources tell CBS News that the Trump administration is making heavy pressure